Imagine holding the world's most powerful currency in your hands, the US dollar. Accepted in every major market, used in trillions of dollars of trade, and trusted by investors across the globe. For decades, it has been the undisputed backbone of the global financial system. But today, cracks are appearing. The question looming over the next decade is simple, yet profound. Is the dollar's reign coming to an end? Chapter 1. The Rise of the Dollar. After World War II, the U.S. emerged as the world's economic powerhouse. The Bretton Woods system established the dollar as the global reserve currency, linked to gold and supported by American economic dominance. Every major country held dollars to stabilize trade and investment. For decades, this arrangement worked. It gave the United States unmatched influence, allowing it to borrow at low rates and fund massive domestic programs while the rest of the world relied on its currency. Chapter 2. Global Dependence. Today, roughly 60% of all foreign reserves are held in dollars. Most international trade, from oil to electronics, is priced in dollars. Even emerging economies, from India to Brazil, depend on the dollar for financial stability. This dependence has made the U.S. both powerful and vulnerable. When America prints money or adjusts interest rates, the effects ripple across the globe. Its economic policies can create prosperity or trigger crises thousands of miles away. Chapter 3. Rising Challenges. China, the European Union, and Russia are actively promoting alternatives to the dollar. Digital currencies, regional trade agreements, and gold-backed systems are being explored to reduce reliance on the US dollar. Meanwhile, America's own debt has reached unprecedented levels, raising questions about long-term confidence in the currency. Inflation, fiscal deficits, and political deadlock threaten to weaken the dollar's global standing. If confidence erodes, the shift away from the dollar could accelerate, potentially reshaping international trade and finance. Chapter 4. The Dollar versus the Yuan. China is at the forefront of this challenge. Through the Belt and Road Initiative and strategic currency swaps, China is encouraging countries to trade in yuan rather than dollars. While the yuan is not yet a serious rival, its growing internationalization signals a deliberate effort to reduce global dependence on US currency. Europe is also exploring alternatives, including digital versions of the euro, to maintain financial sovereignty. These moves represent a quiet battle over the future of money, a competition with enormous geopolitical consequences. Chapter 5. Digital Disruption. Digital currencies add another layer of uncertainty. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, could allow countries to bypass traditional dollar-based systems. Cryptocurrencies, though volatile, introduce the idea that the dollar's monopoly is not unbreakable. As global commerce evolves, the dollar may face challenges it has never faced before. The convenience, speed, and transparency of digital alternatives could shift trade away from dollars faster than anyone expects. Chapter 6. The Stakes for America. The dollar's dominance is not just an economic matter, it's a geopolitical one. If its influence declines, America could lose leverage in trade negotiations, financial sanctions, and global policy initiatives. Its ability to borrow cheaply could weaken. Even domestic economic stability could be affected if foreign investors reduce their reliance on US assets. Yet the US retains advantages that are hard to replace: a large, resilient economy, deep financial markets, and unmatched political and military power. The question isn't whether the dollar will disappear overnight, it's whether its dominance will slowly erode over time. Chapter 7. Preparing for a New Era. The future of currency is uncertain, but one truth is clear: the world is evolving. The dollar may remain dominant for decades, but challenges are growing from multiple directions: rising global powers, digital alternatives, and structural weaknesses at home. How America responds will determine whether it maintains global financial leadership or faces a slow shift in the balance of economic power. Every decision about debt, trade, and monetary policy will shape the next chapter of the world's financial story. The dollar has ruled for decades, shaping global commerce, wealth, and power. But the tides of change are coming, and the world is beginning to ask, can the world's most powerful currency remain unchallenged, or is a new era about to begin? If this analysis opened your eyes, hit like, share this video, and subscribe. In our next episode, we explore a world on the edge. What happens when nations default and can't pay the debts that sustain their economies?